Hello everyone and welcome to the next video from the Merseyside Mammoths. This one is myself, Mark. I'm here with Ryan.
Hi.
We are playing War Machine. I've got my Legion of Everblight against Ryan's Skorne. And it's is it Extraction? It's the one with the two flags.
Two flags, yeah.
Yeah, we'll call it two flags. So in my list I have Fyanna, Torment of Everblight with a Succubus, two Angelius, a Naga Night Lurker, a Seraph, two Naraths, a Bloodseer, two Shepherds, two Forsaken, a Blightedness Sorceress and Hellion, and the Black Frost Shard.
And in my list, I've got Makeda 2, a Basilisk Krea, a Despoiler, two Willbreakers, Tyrant Rhadeim, Orin Midwinter, two max units of Ferox, Legends of Halaak, and a min unit of Paingiver Beast Handlers.
Ryan actually won the role to go first and decided to let me go first because he wanted the side with the hill. Just because...
I thought that was the best thing, but perhaps it was not.
It's worth saying that I'm using the Oracles of Annihilation theme. I've got Fury and Admonition on the two angels, and Iron Flesh is on Fyanna herself.
I'm not in theme because we haven't got a good one yet. So I've pretty much just set everything up straight down the middle. Makeda next to the Despoiler so she can keep all the Ferox and stay death, and Rhadeim behind them so he can keep all the Ferox for dodge in some sort of attempt to stay alive.
So I went first. We were just talking through, I think, a few bits on it. It's the first time I've played against Ferox, to be honest with you. Just going through a few bits of the rules about it, and I start very simple. Do my apparitions. Proxy base straight away for the Seraph there because, you know, wings are a bit of an issue. I put a little marker of what the threat range of the Ferox is and run everything up to that. A very quick turn. I wanted to put as much pressure on him as far as board space was concerned straight away because with is it dash from Makeda?
Yeah.
The threat 16 inches.
16 with the pounce move, yeah, or they can just run up 18 sort of thing, so they're pretty fast.
And the furthest I can get is 14 with the angels with Slipstream. So
It was about at this point when I thought, I wish I'd have gone first. As Marks about on the halfway line of the board and just didn't give me a great deal of space to move. So that was a bit of a mistake, I think, on my part. Let's see where we're up to now.
Yeah, so just
running everything forward, isn't it?
Literally ran everything forward. There's not a lot of ranged attacks in the Skorne list, so I was quite happy just to...
There's the Krea's shot, that's about it, I think. And so I spent quite a long time here because I'd realised I've proper done myself a bad one, really, and I think I had about 6 inches I could move up, but you're about to see I make a fairly big mistake because I get a bit carried away trying to make sure everyone's in deflection and covered with the Krea's animus so I can't get shot, but completely forget that charging is in fact a thing. So I make some sort of little bubble shape thinking I'm dead clever, and then it doesn't seem to work. I think I put Arcane Suppression up. I also put Storm Rager on Rhadeim, and when I do move Makeda, I also throw him all over the place. I put Deflection up as well, which does mean I'm sitting on no Fury, which again was another mistake. Because she can't do stay death when she's sitting on no Fury. That's me trying to make sure Mark has to kill quite a lot to get a shot. I was worrying massively about getting shot off the board.
Yeah, there isn't a lot of shooting in the final list, but the shooting there is, you can make it all blessed so it ignores all the effects of the spells in the bubble. So you can probably do 4 or 5 shots that'll be good shots. I mean, your average is you will kill a Ferox, but the position I was in now, I was well aware that I was just going to be able to start eating them as long as he didn't roll tough rolls. Both units have got tough on
put the tough up on them,
from the Willbreakers.
It's from the Willbreaker, yeah. But here's again where I've realised I've made a really big mistake, because I just, for some reason, completely forgot that Mark will just charge me. I don't know what I was thinking. There's me nervously pulling my fingers as well. So what are you thinking there? Just thinking what's the best way to...
Yeah, so I was trying to decide what order to... All the beasts had a nice charge on, and I just had to decide which order to charge them in. The Black Frost Shard went first, because that unit of Ferox over there, I thought, why not put Cassivelis on them? So I hit with the first one to Ice Cage. I needed an 8 to do that, and I thought, well, I'll go for a second Ice Cage on him, so that I can kiss him on a 4, but missed, so I had to roll a hard 8 on the kiss, which was a bit lucky.
Yeah,
I should have just gone for the 6, I suppose, but I got the kiss on them, so I was quite happy about that.
What's that?
Obviously,
that's -2 armour, basically.
Yeah, well, it's +2 to damage rolls,
yeah.
Unless you're doing like an armour pierce attack, it may as well be -2 armour. So I start with the first Naraf charges in. The best thing about Fyanna's theme, when you're coming up against a lot of infantry or cavalry, is the Field Marshal overtake. So as I
take one off the board,
it's fair to say that he really did not get a tough roll this turn. Yeah. Maybe 1 or 2.
Yeah, I think so.
And I was just, there we go. There's another one dead. So I was just overtaking. Kill 1. Yeah, overtake again. I think did you tough this one, or did I miss or something?
Yeah, I must have toughed that one.
That one, but that Naraf was happy with what he'd done.
Yeah.
I think.
So
no, I did. I killed him again. Did him again. There we go.
So that's 4 gone from 1. This is where I'm really starting to get a bit, fair to say, tilted. I say is the word. I'd really made a massive mistake, and I was like, Mark's just going to make me pay for it. So, which is what I probably would have done if it was the other way around.
Yeah, to be fair.
So it's my own stupid fault for forgetting that charging is in fact a thing in this game.
Yeah, so the Angelius charged in and decided not to do the armor pierce attack. It just wasn't required when you're charging in at effective dice -1.
Yeah.
And overtook, so it could do its bite attack on the next one, which is something I've got to be honest with you. I use about once every 3 games with an angel, especially if you're coming up against a lot of jacks. It's all tail.
Yeah.
So that one I
think you left that one on 1 box.
Did I leave it on 1, or did he tough?
He may have toughed then. Yeah, he may have toughed.
So I think I sat that one there. One thing you have to think about with Fyanna is, there's only so much Fury management, and you don't want to be frenzying.
No. So I think you've killed off an entire unit, haven't you? The first unit, I think.
Yes, I have.
I think the first unit got
eaten,
got taken off the board.
And then
shoot with the Seraph, where you missed the first one. I was tempted to dodge, but then I'd have left the Krea's bubble, so I liked doing defense 17 there, which was the whole reason I made this daft bubble in the first place.
Yeah, it was the one benefit for it, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was the only shot I think you put into him, so it was... I lost a unit of Ferox for me wanting to be defense 17.
It's my Shepherds run for. Shepherds are awesome. They're the best point in the whole game. I mean, Deathstalkers are the best 4 points in the whole game, but Shepherds are the best point. I'll just run forward, and there's a whole new bubble for me to force in.
Yeah, that's really good.
And really, because the order of activations, to be able to run a Shepherd rather than have to think about Fyanna and where she's going to go. Absolutely amazing. I missed one there, and I was like, oh, I've missed one. So I have a quick look and pay to do a tractor and pull that one back in and missed again. That Naraf's not had such a good time. So then the last, the second angel now goes in. The angel with them being mat 6, they had to boost to hit really. You need 7s and you really want to hit.
There's another failed tough. There's me getting upset by the looks of it, by the hand gestures.
This is the angel that's got Fury on it as well, it's fair to say. So this one that hit at power 17, so it was...
Yeah, it was always gonna mess it up, wasn't it?
So we killed 7 of them. It was a good alpha.
Yeah, it was really good.
And the rest of the turn is just take some Fury off with the Forsaken. And
Did you pop feet?
I will do.
Oh, you've not got to that point yet?
No.
Spoiler.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, so I'm pretty upset at this point. I've made a big mistake and Mark's made me pay for it, so I'm now sitting here trying to think. But I was borderline going to call it because I was just proper in a mood.
Yeah, it's fair to say. But Makeda's feat is like the perfect answer to Fyanna's feat.
Yeah.
Really.
So it gives you, everyone within control gets boosted to hit rolls and can't be knocked down, which is a random one since I've mainly taken with units of Ferox who can't be knocked down anyway. But so Mark pop feet, and then is it my go now? I think it is, isn't it?
Yeah, this is the point where you're thinking...
I spend a long time
Yeah.
and ahhing about contemplating life, I think.
Yeah. What can you actually do?
Yeah, how can I get out of this pickle where Mark's taken my two only units really in the game that are meant to do everything for me, and he's reduced me down to 3 of them.
Like the point that we, the reason that we played this game was from a conversation you had with someone about how it's a great list. Like Fyanna's a strong list at the moment,
yeah,
and it should be a really good counter to it.
Yeah,
I think you've made one mistake, but now it's about what can you actually do.
How can I recover from it? Yeah,
It's Despoiler can lower the armor, which is already low. You've got boosted attacks, and then all the boosted damage. Well, 3 boosted, 4 if you include the guy at the back, like the
Rhadeim.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I spend a lot of time thinking, and
see, I knew full well when I saw what was left. At least 2, maybe 3 beasts could be taken off the table this turn.
yeah, you have to coax me around to continue a bit, didn't you? Because I was proper tilting at this point. So
But the beauty of War Machine is it doesn't matter. You can lose 3/4 of your army in one turn, and you can still win.
yeah. So eventually, I think I get round to.
You will activate a model at some
I
point.
think
soon,
I activate the beast handlers first.
Is that Johnny's awesome foot there?
I think it is Johnny's foot. Yeah.
Yeah, we should talk about Johnny. Johnny's got the best beard in the world. It's actually renowned. They talk about it on Murder of Crows.
They do. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think at some point I activate the beast handlers. I enrage the Krea and Despoiler while I'm there, but also move them out of the way because they're currently boxing Makeda in, and I need Makeda to go and try and charge the Angelius, is it?
Yeah.
So there we go. I've moved some things. We're away.
We're on.
We're off. So I pop feet pretty much straight away because I'm going to need them boosted attack rolls from everyone pretty much. And then I think I decide to charge the Angelius and do a combo attack. So she goes to power 17 in a hope that if I do hit, I'm going to take a big chunk out of him.
And that happens, it's fair to say.
I do hit.
That was the point where I realised I hadn't even got my cards out.
That's how confident Mark was.
Yeah.
So I buy a few more attacks, just try and whittle this Angelius down. And then I think I missed one.
You missed one, so I just dodged just far enough away.
She's only got a 1-inch reach, so puts an end to that. Which probably saved me that because I probably would have got carried away.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
kept buying attacks, so it probably helped me out quite a bit actually. So Ferox go and do the ridiculous pounce things to jump right behind the back of everyone, just to help me out on getting the
back strikes is
back
massive.
strikes. So
Boosted back strikes. So the first one missed, didn't he? But
I think it did, yeah.
I didn't really see the point of dodging at that point because there wasn't anywhere I was going to go that was... I mean, you dodge closer, then you're just going to get all the
I think I had
legends
some
at you.
some bad dice here as well, which was not helping. When I did get a good hit, I'd be rolling like 3 for damage or something daft. I was starting to really think it's just never going to go well for me.
Wasn't that bad then. Legends go in. I feel like you must have done some good damage because I think you missed with a couple of them, and then
yeah, I think one of the Ferox misses. I think the legend with the Maracas misses at power 14, which would have been my big chance to try and cripple it. And I think the one that kills it is Jadeth with the spear.
I think I might have done better with my dodges there on them, to be fair.
Yeah, possibly could have dodged out the way from the first misses from the Ferox, maybe.
I think if I dodged the first Ferox, then you would have still got me with the legends, and you could have charged either side with the legends and boxed me in.
Yeah,
then.
possibly. Yeah.
But I think when the legend missed, I could have
dodged away.
Dodged
yeah,
that
maybe,
last one.
yeah.
But at the same time, you're accepting losses just to balance your fury a bit.
Yeah. So I send the Krea in at a vain hope he can do something. He does nothing. So so I give up. I activate the Willbreaker on the closest to the right and give the Ferox tough again. And I also use the one at the far left near Rhadeim to put puppet strings on the Despoiler, which I then forget about instantaneously as Mark dodges away when I could have just re-rolled it, but we won't go into that. So I think the Despoiler just about gets rid of...
Yeah, so he misses the Angelius, doesn't he?
Yeah.
But he'd already done an attack on the Naraf, and then...
Does he go back to it, or does he
Yeah.
dodge away again now? Or...
I dodge away here, and then you go back...
I go back
because
to
you
the
were base to
Angelius,
base with
yeah.
the Angel, you go back to attacking that. And...
So I enraged him, so his tail goes to power 17, and still within 2 for Dark Shroud, so I was at plus 2
Yeah,
dice?
it's dice plus 2,
Dice
yeah.
plus 2, so...
Yeah. And then... He just charged in, didn't he?
I did
when
actual
you did that,
charge.
I thought you were going to just pounce into the back, but it was Matt 10.
He was Mac 10 with Storm Rager and
Yeah.
also Armour Piercing to power 14. So on the charge he gets 3 dice at power 14, so I think he was on dice plus 5, was he?
Dice plus 6.
Dice plus 6 on that.
Yeah, dice plus 6. And
I think he does just enough to finish it off with the
plus-
pounce attack maybe.
Yeah, because you didn't even damage with the... No, you didn't damage with the impact hit, did you? You
No.
were like, oh, it's worth doing it. We were talking it through, and you're like, because you were base to base, you could do it and risk missing.
Yeah, and still...
And you... I think it was... You didn't even damage with it,
No.
and then you just killed him
Killed
dead.
him with the Armour Piercing, didn't I?
Yeah, just killed him right dead.
So I've taken off the 2 Narafs in my second turn here. I move Orin Midwinter next to Makeda just in case any spells come flying our way so I can try and negate them, but nothing happens, and then hand the turn over to Mark.
I really didn't know what to do this turn, to be honest, because he had transfers for Stay Death. There's only 3 Ferox left. And he could transfer to either beast. I wanted to kill the Despoiler. And I just didn't think I was going to actually be able to take Makeda with the 3 transfers. I didn't think I could actually get enough on her. I was only really going to be able to get 1 Angel and maybe the Seraph, and the Seraph wasn't really going to do anything.
What do you shoot with the Seraph, or do you...
The Seraph punches that.
Oh, that's right, yeah,
Yeah.
you try and punch the
So
cat in the back, don't
he
you?
slipstreamed the Angelius. Oh, I can't even remember what he slipstreamed the Angelius away from, but he slipstreamed the Angelius, and you just kept... This is the point where toughs happened, isn't it?
Yeah, my tough...
Just kept rolling toughs and rolling toughs and rolling toughs. And then Fyanna walks forward and she's like, okay, well, I'll take this Ferox off the board, and doesn't.
Yep.
Can reach the point where I was like, oh. And then I put Fury on the Angel that I want to go into the Despoiler. I charge it with a Forsaken. Forsaken with Fury on them are awesome for just when you really need to do some damage on something. I'm really like you don't see a lot of big units of low armor infantry in Mark 3. So when you fill them up with Fury, if there isn't a circle and trolls, it tends to be great against. There's loads of heavies everywhere, and you just do loads of damage to them. But here it was like, well, I'll just try and punch a Ferox, and it toughed.
Yeah, I had some good tough rolls on this one, I think, didn't I?
Just toughed again and toughed again.
I think, didn't you slipstream the Angelus just going back, so you were out of melee from the Despoiler, so you could then charge him again?
Yes, I slipstream him out of melee so that I could put Kiss on him, an ice cage.
Yeah, that was it.
And then walked him in, and the armor pierce with Fury and Kiss is effective power 19. I was on dice plus 10.
And
horrible. that's you can actually see on your phone that one punch.
Yeah, I think you hit 20. I think you hit
20
on the next attack,
which is just 10. Average dice, and then I got another 10 dice plus 1, and that was Despoiler done for.
So I took the Fury back from Despoiler, which meant Makeda's now sitting on max Fury at 6. So Mark tries to shoot Rhadeim.
Shoot Rhadeim, and I crit Shadowbind him, which is nice.
Which was not nice.
Did a 5 points?
I think 5 points you got to him, yeah.
He told me he was half-lifed.
Half-lifed.
When I asked next turn, yeah. So Shadowbind him, which was good. He could still pounce, but he couldn't walk. And that was the dice throw.
That was me dying.
That's the dice throw. Fucking Shadowbind.
Like a petulant child.
And then the Angelius that was left at that point, I was like, just, can I please kill a Ferox? Can I please? Just one. One would be nice.
So I failed the tough and then just did stay death.
As you do. And
that was the only stay death to do, and it's my go. So
yeah.
I think I instantly go to, can I kill Marks caster Fyanna?
So I had one transfer, so it was quite likely he was working out as it's Steamroller 16. As you can see, you can fully proxy out.
Yeah, just get my proxy on.
Yeah. So he easily...
This is all with putting dash up as well when I'm measuring this out. I'm assuming I've got the extra speed and the parry, so I can just run round everyone.
Yeah.
Caring not for taking free strikes.
Yeah. Ferox would parry. I mean, Makeda was just made to take Ferox.
She really is.
It's awesome. Yeah. Awesome combination.
So this last one I managed to get into the back arc.
Ferox with Makeda is like Serpentine Beast with Fyanna. It's just what you've got to do.
You've got to do it, yeah. If anyone is umming and ahhing about taking it, which most probably people won't be, but just take it.
So this is the point. I'm sat down thinking exactly like he was the turn before. I'm just thinking I should have just done everything I could at Makeda. Just forget everything else and just go for Makeda. I could have probably... I don't think I would have killed her. She had 3 transfers to start with, and both beasts were full health, and hitting's never that easy.
No.
She was engaged. And
so what am I doing here? I'm rolling dice for something.
I think you punched the Angelius because it was in front of you.
I did. Oh, that was it, yes. Makeda goes and throws a few shots at the Angelius, puts dash up, and then I proceed to move the Ferox into Fyanna. Fyanna, is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I get the one down to the bottom of the screen, doesn't get its pounce attack on her, but is in range with its spear. So I combo his spear with the guy at the back in the back strike, so I only need a 5 to hit, because you're defense 17 at this point or something?
Defense 15, but you went from 6 to 8 to 10, didn't you?
Yeah.
With the
that's it, yeah.
With the back strike.
So I think I do 8 points at this point on the first attack.
Yeah.
Mark lets that one go. Then I do 3 or 4 more from another attack.
I think you do 3 just with just a spear attack.
Just a spear attack, yeah.
Just like, I'll just roll and hit with the spear, thank you very much, and you do. and then I missed. Yeah, it comes down to the last.
And I think I do my pounce attack with the guy at the bottom on
the Forsaken.
On the Forsaken.
Yeah. Miss.
Yeah, so I think I leave you on 6 boxes.
Something like 6 boxes, yeah.
So, not too bad. Rhadeim just straight pounces the Angelius. And armor pierces his face off, hopefully.
Yeah, I feel like his
and then he does the boosted pounce attack Or maybe in the other way
I
around.
think it was exactly like you needed 12 to get the last roll on him, and you just got it.
So I move the Willbreaker up here, so he's within command 9 of the Ferox unit, and give them tough. And charge the Angelius with the Legends, who I also give tough from the other Willbreaker on the other side. Because when they're in melee, they can't be knocked down either, so they've also got tough and steady basically.
And it comes down to that Angel's got 1 box left, so he charges walks them.
I walk the Beast Handlers in just to try and pip a point on him.
With, what is it, anatomical precision?
With anatomical precision, that fails miserably.
And it all comes down to... So at this point, I'm all about that if I've got an Angel, I can repulse those Ferox out of stay death range.
Because I'm just in, the one right at the back is just in still. So you could have pushed me out of it, and then that would have not been good for me. So I think the Krea finishes the last Angel off.
Yeah, I think so.
And pass to Mark for turn 4, maybe?
Yeah,
Start your turn 4.
Just do my apparitions, which you tend to remember when you really need to.
Yeah.
I think I left one. I had to leave 1 Fury point on the Bloodseer. Bloodseer is a great threshold 10, awesome. And I just start working out if and how I'm going to kill the Ferox. So I start with, the Forsaken tries to kill the one that it's engaged with, and I think I rolled rubbish damage. You didn't even have to roll a tough, did you?
I don't think I do,
rubbish damage, just when you need to get your 10, you don't get your 10, do you? And then the Blackfresh Shard, awesome weapon masters, in on the Tyrant Rhadeim, 1 in the back. I will just put him on the ground with that one. Thank you very much. Let's just roll. I think I rolled like 6. It was dice minus 10 at that point, and I rolled like 6, 6, 5, 4.
Yeah, took him down to his took him off his cat.
So this is why it mustn't happen too often, because it becomes the only unpainted model on the board.
Yeah, I've not got around to painting him yet. Probably should do, really. I think the Blackfresh shot, I was debated stay death in him, but I just thought I'm going to keep the Ferox because he can't get over to Fyanna anymore, so I'll just keep the stay deaths for the remaining Ferox.
It seems solid. So the Seraph decides to go at that one. He's already took some damage. You have to boost to hit and just hope that you get the crit for the additional damage, but that one tough, and he decided to just let that one die.
Yeah, I just thought, like you said,
you've got 2 stay deaths, haven't you?
I've got 2 stay deaths. That's all I've got. So I let him die on thinking that you were only going to buy more attacks on him anyway, and I can't afford for it to just keep keeping him alive. I think the same possibly for this one. I think I stay death him once, and then I think you just attack again and kill him off anyway. Yeah. Pay.
Oh, yeah, I do, yeah.
So that's him, and then I've just got that 1 left, and I've got 1 stay death, which is hopefully going to be enough to keep the remaining Ferox at the back over there.
So then Fyanna tries to do it her own self, doesn't she?
Yeah, I think you get a crit slam, don't you, and slam me away out of stay death.
Yeah.
But not enough to kill me.
No, sadly not.
So here's me going back. And I think I tough it, in fact, by the looks of that.
Yeah. And then I don't even damage her with the last one.
No.
And I'll leave Fyanna with no transfers and just hope for the best. I guess the Naga tries to shoot it, but I'm engaged, so I just that's a bit cheeky. I just carried on my walk.
And there's another tough.
Yeah.
Ferox is living the dream.
Literally living the dream. Tough and steady is awesome, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really good.
At the end of the day.
That's me telling you that if you come towards Makeda, I've got defensive strike on your death.
I just thought I'd spray down the big row guys. It's just lined up perfect for a spray, trying to take a few of them out, and then I might only have 1 Ferox to deal with, and without the combined, hopefully it'd miss.
There's the tough coming good for the for Jadeth there, I think.
And then just reposition into the way. The sorcerer's only got 1 box left though. It took a punch from something before. So then I just try and just make a wall of things. It's really difficult to try and work out how to place your models so that you can't just get pounced on.
Yeah. So I think I'll move the Krea around and try it and buy a boosted attack and damage roll to get rid of this. Is it Forsaken?
Sorceress.
Yeah. So that frees up I put dash up with Makeda and just walk. No, that's not. I actually put Storm Rager up on Maraka's Legend.
Maraka's Legend.
I'm walking into the back arc of Fyanna, so he's Mat 10, Weapon Master at power 14.
And
I think that is game. I don't know.
Basically...
So he's power 40 now.
Yeah, the little pause there where it's like, yeah, you need to roll a 7.
Just working out we need a 7 and that was it. So
and that was us. I think Makeda is definitely a good drop into fan. I could have dodged a bit better at a few places there. But
yeah, I'd also say don't leave your entire unit in front of 4 heavy Legion beasts.
No, never do that with anything.
That was an absolute disaster.
It was good, yeah. But that's us. Thank you very much. Hope you liked it. Subscribe to the channel, like it, share it, tell your friends if they play War Machine. Otherwise, they really probably won't like it.
That's true. Yeah, thanks for watching.
Thank you very much. Cheers. Goodbye.
Bye.